Welcome to another episode of my Motortown playthrough. Today we are at one of the supermarkets. This is in Seongsan. And yeah, I want to do some supply stuff for these today, but we need to talk about how they work beforehand so that it's clear what I'm actually trying to do here. Last episode, and I recorded that one right before I started this recording. I sent off 3 different troncos to different places around the island to deal with some of the supply chain stuff. But when it comes to these things, there are different types of supplies. Some of those, like rice, pumpkin, cabbage, corn, oranges, beans, I think that's all of them. Those are items that are freely available at the different farms around the map. Some of them only available in Gappa, some of them available around the Jeju Island over here. And those are the ones that I have in my supply chain truck route for the AI trucks to take care of. They will never run out, they will always be automatically produced, and therefore AI can just keep on going around and give me a good bonus through that by just taking care of these common goods. However, there's also a whole another type of good here, like water bottle pellet, um, cheese pellet, bread pellet, and meat boxes. And these are goods that are actually part of a supply chain. So they come from a factory, and I actually need to supply that factory with usually it's containers or milk in case of a cheese factory. And they can eventually run out, so I would rather take care of these myself, but they also give a good bonus, so we are going to take a look at that today and see how much we can do. The trucks are going to catch back up with what we are doing at some point, but yeah, they are going to have to pick up some stuff beforehand and then get going from there, and eventually they will start doing actual supply stuff here. For the time being, that's gonna be something to wait for. And basically how my supply run works for the trucks themselves is that they are going to grab whatever is available, and it's likely gonna be a lot of items to one singular place, or maybe one or two. And over the time it's gonna balance out, because as soon as one of the supermarkets is full, or even partially filled with one item, it's going to reduce the amount of items for that are going to spawn at the different farms. So next time a truck comes around to the same farm or another farm with the same type of item, that particular delivery will not be available, and therefore it will pick up something else. And over time that should hopefully balance out so that they will only grab the goods that are required right now, and it should be good from there. Gonna take a while though, and I'm not gonna wait for that. So I'm gonna be using my own Tronco, which has been used for a few more than just 100 meters. So I should eventually also call in the different trucks again and rename them so they are easier to tell apart from my own one. But I should be able to avoid using at least one that's actively being used by the AI. So let's see. We have Jeju Supermarket, which is just around the corner. Gonna grab 3 for them. Seonsan Warehouse, I don't really care about the warehouses right now. Helm Supermarket, that's gonna be a bit further to the west. Food Factory, I don't really care to take anything over to there, although we are gonna go there next. Seonsang will be quite a bit further down the line. I'm gonna go counterclockwise. Maybe I should do it the other way around, because then I can maybe see a few more of my trucks along the way. So we are going to go over to Seongsan. Do we have Gangyang in here as well? Gangyang Warehouse, Gangyang Supermarket. Thing is, we are almost full already. I could also go to Gappa, but I think I'm gonna leave Gappa for now. With how far away it is from everything else, I think that's a better location for if you're just going to Gappa when you're gonna get all the goods for there and nothing else. But just for a general around the place, I think I'm gonna do it like this now. Wait, I need the... we're not gonna go to the food factory, I'm gonna go to the bakery over here. And the meat factory. The meat factory is only selling its stuff in boxes, so I can easily just throw them into the truck at the end. It's just how many bread pellets I can take. Warehouse, supermarket. That's very far around the island. Not gonna go to Gappa. Seongsang warehouse. No, supermarket though. Also, it would be nice if the camera wasn't always spawning inside the factory. Do I have anything for... never mind, I'm basically full. I cannot put in any more pellets, so... yeah, we are pretty much done on those, but we can still get the meat boxes over here. I like when it's telling on the building itself what it's actually producing. So yeah, let's see. We might not be able to load them automatically, or at least not a lot of them. But maybe at least a few. Let's see. Gangyang, definitely gonna take some of those. Oh, and we can actually take 5 of them. So let's see. I think I want to drive this truck out of the delivery bay, just so that I can stand in there and then throw the stuff into the truck. So this should be alright. Okay, Helm supermarket. Just gonna throw it in there. I would like to eventually also just tie it all down, but I'm not sure if that's gonna happen here. And I'm immediately getting a huge downgrade on the price, but that's to be expected. Yeah, let's just pick this up and throw it again. Eat. Another box over here. And another one. Gangyang supermarket next, so let's do that. Again, that's the that's the advantage from having a smaller cargo that you can actually carry, because that's something that you can also throw, and yeah, just a nice little bit on top. Maybe look a bit further down. I don't want to look at something else to interact with, because then I'm gonna always have to choose which one I want to get, and I don't want to go through multiple menus if I can avoid it. Lilu's supermarket, yeah, of course, let's get that in there. Thankfully, we don't have to actually cool the goods, because otherwise this might be a bit of a problem with the doors being open for so long and just throwing stuff in there. I've never been that great at sports, so it kind of shows. I mean, this is basically the Amazon delivery experience right here. Just picking it up and throwing it in. If you really want your cargo to be mishandled, go to an airport. Like, some of those things look like they are designed to inflict as much damage as possible while being able to claim that it's just part of the process. and not malpractice. Okay, Gappa supermarket. I'm not entirely sure if I got everything, but maybe. Okay, let's try and make this a bit better, trying to strap down as much as I can. Because I don't think the game is gonna like me driving around with all of these boxes unhinged and everything. I don't think I can kind of glitch in here, but yeah, that's not amazing. I could have done this in a more orderly way and strapped on every single item after I put it in, but where's the fun in that? Never mind, this is gonna be enough. Just make sure that we got the doors closed, because otherwise things might be falling out. "39 items in total, so nice mix between some of the pallets and a lot of meat boxes in the end. And yeah, ideally we would be doing multiple rounds, just getting what we can right now, and then filling up the rest on the second run, and then maybe for the third one we would be going to Gappa. Not entirely sure how much we are gonna do here. Also, after this episode I'm gonna be taking care of the garage, so next time it should be about to be finished. I also need to take my Tronco to get the planks for that. Matey can actually stack up to 3 planks, but this one can stack up to 2, and I need exactly 2, so I'm gonna do that. Oh, did I accidentally grab something for... Oh, I got something for Gappa. That wasn't the plan. Don't know when that happened. Might have confused Gappa and Gangyang, that happens sometimes. Gonna have to check my cargo hold, but in the end, an item or two are not gonna be too much of a problem. So we got cheese pellets, meat boxes, and bread pellets. So that's also gonna give us a bit of stuff over here. 90%. And yeah, Helm and Gappa are now also getting bonus from our other trucks, so this has just been us with more advanced goods, which are giving a much higher bonus. I mean, let me quickly check it, because 90% seems a bit on the high side. But yeah, we are getting... Oh, never mind, there were already rice and corn in here. So the AI truck is already doing stuff over here, which is nice. I should have maybe checked to the right, but hey, that guy could have also braked. So yeah, gonna go to Gangyang next, and from there we are gonna be going over to Helm and then Jeju. I've been also hoping to get some carrots into the whole supply chain, because there have been items in the warehouses for the longest time, but there's no real farm producing them. And they only come in crates, and I mean it would just make sense for them to be delivered to the supermarket. Gotta hope that comes at some point. Also, I'm not entirely sure, but I think the bonus from one of the from one of the supermarkets is not gonna go above 100%. I think it's capped no matter how many items you get in there. Not entirely sure though. But yeah, in total for the different towns you can go beyond 100 or plus 100% population through buses and food supply and also the other stuff. But I think for single player or small servers where you can still use company vehicles, it makes more sense trying to do some stuff with buses, some with trucks, and yeah, just leave it at that. Doing the police and trash stuff right now, first up the bonus is really capped on how much you can get from there, and it also runs out real quick, so it's not that amazing. I would really like for the police and especially the garbage bonus to be a separate thing. So something that can be on top of everything else. And yeah, basically if you want to do some highly lucrative stuff in a certain area, you would go in there, do a trash run, get your bonus up and then use it before it runs out again. But as it is right now, that's not how that works. Also I realized that at least right now the bonus is much easier to explain and everything. It's a more elegant system. And if you have different things that do certain things and just don't all work the same, trying to convey that is gonna be much more difficult and it's also gonna be harder to understand to begin with. So yeah, there's definitely uh, some good things in simplicity. There's some beauty in there and some advantages. But we'll have to see where it lands in the end. And again, my buses are running low. I kind of liked it more before, where it was all of them being synced up and everything. Now where it seems to be back to everything running out at different intervals, it's just... I don't like it all that much. Okay, for this one we only got the meat boxes and weirdly enough 8 of them. Yeah, only 5 of them are gonna count, but we are gonna get the delivery paid for all of them. But these are in here now and they are going to stick around for a while. And yeah, we're also gonna get a few other items in here shortly, I think. The one from Geppa should be coming up sooner than later. Oh, I think it may already be here. Wait a second. Is that one of my company vehicles that I just abandoned the last time around? Because that might just be stuck there now. I didn't bother despawning them because, well, if you remove them from the company, I think it used to also despawn them. Might not be happening anymore, so let's quickly take care of that. Maybe I need to despawn them first and then remove them from the company. But once they are out of the company, they are no longer in the list and therefore harder to reach. I don't like the default transmission on these, but I was too lazy to change that. So this one is a move now, and let's just keep on going. I hope there aren't any more of them standing around, but that might actually be the case, and yeah, I get this sorted between episodes. I can just look into a parking lot, see where all of the vehicles are in there. So if I have any more semi-tractors standing around, I can identify that through there. Should be easy to sort out, now that I know that it's a problem. Another dead ghost, another one over here. Don't mind if I do. And yeah, through my testing phase I really got a lot more of those things taken care of. I wasn't too sure before this update, or before I got into the whole testing group, if I would even get to 1000 ghosts, and I mean they are still active, so I can still get some more, but the testing phase has been intense. Ah, that's my other truck coming up here. Doesn't even honk back. Another reason to fire them. And I may actually have to change something about my camera in a moment. Another Lobo stuck over here, so yeah, they're definitely still all around the place. I wanna quickly change something about my camera settings. Is it in control? Yep. Because I added the dead zone back in. And this is really helpful for me when I try to place down some light attachments, because especially if I try to rotate them, this keeps me from rotating over multiple axes, and yeah, I can just do the one that I'm actually trying to, and it doesn't get crooked in another direction. I would really like to have a more in-depth option on how to attach these. Like getting everything properly lined up with the vehicle, getting a mirror mode or something like that. Speaking of which, I'm gonna have to check the Trello at some point. They were trying to finally figure out why some of the decals were lower on one side in mirror mode. And that has been really annoying for anybody trying to make more detailed decals and that kind of stuff. So if I finally sort that out, it's gonna be a huge improvement. I don't know why there are multiple ones set over there. Did I pick up something for another place? Like the burger place or something, and a warehouse? Not entirely sure. I tried to do this quickly, so I may have messed up something. We'll have to see in a moment. But yeah, this is basically how you do the entire thing here. See, there might be another Lobo around. Yep. Oh. Trying to jump at me. Okay, meat boxes, cheese pellets, that should be alright, giving me a bit of bonus. The pay from these deliveries is not entirely amazing, but I mean it also kinda works out. This is the kind of thing that you get when you don't have enough goods to really fill your entire truck with. I mean, I'm taking stuff in from multiple locations. There's a point to be made about getting a lot of goods for one location when delivering that. If you can fill up your entire truck, you will make more money that way, I think. But it's not really the easiest thing to do. There are pros and cons about a lot of ways that you can approach this stuff, and I think that kinda adds to the whole system. It would be boring if there was one obvious way to handle things and no really reason to do anything else here. Another Lobo. You know what, I'm gonna quickly try and sort them out over here at the next larger parking lot. That's actually one of my properties here and it has a large one, so this should be easy to do. Gonna take a moment. So let's see. Semi-tractor. This one isn't spawned in, but this one is, so we're gonna spawn it in here. Summon another vehicle, another Lobo is spawned over at Anson, that's not good. Another one at Hallam, which we saw, and I think that should be it. Anything else spawned in that I don't want? Doesn't seem to be the case. So yeah, we are good now. So yeah, always despawn your vehicles first and then remove them from the company, I guess. Lesson learned, but I think I will forget it again. Another 12 items to go, and yeah, some of them seem to go to a different place than the supermarket. Because there should only be one marker up ahead. Another bus of mine. And yeah, I'll be letting the dumpy run a bit more sand for the concrete factory, and at that point, at some point I'm just gonna despawn it, get the last Tronco out, and it's gonna continue the same thing as the other ones are doing right now. I hope it's gonna be a bit more reliable than the old ones, or the old Lobos. They should be improved now because the underlying bug has been said to be fixed, but well, I was getting tired of them. And some Troncos are a bit more... they don't stick out too much. Maybe I'll actually get some dry vents for my other company trucks and then try to see how that goes. But not entirely sure about that yet. But yeah, Lobos are likely overkill at this point, and I can just do the same with some Vamos. Might actually also use at least one of the flanker trailers. I'm not entirely certain that the AI will actually strap down the cargo. I think it should, but I've never really used an open cargo compartment vehicle. Apart from dumpies and container trailers, but they don't really... they're not the same. So I'm kind of curious to test that thing out as well. But first I now want to let this run as it is right now. Okay, there was one single meat box. And apparently 3 more items for Geppa, so let's quickly check what they are. Cheese pellets. You know what, I'm gonna be driving over towards the industrial district again. Just to see how many items are now unavailable because the stuff is still stocked. And then we are going to see what we do from there. But yeah, really, if I want to keep things stocked up, I should be doing the same thing multiple times now. But yeah, we are getting pretty good bonus here. It's gonna be a bit lower once I stop supplying because, well, the AI trucks are dealing with less valuable goods, but they should be doing that stuff more consistently. So let's drive over to the different factories again and take a look at how much stuff we have available now. Should be a bit less because the supermarkets are all stocked now apart from Gepha. And therefore, yeah, there should be less stuff available, and if I just go for a resupply, I might actually be able to supply the rest of the stuff now that didn't fit into the truck at the first go around. Taking in some pallets for a supermarket that I didn't even want to visit in the first place definitely didn't help things. But yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. Down to 3.5 million, so that's gonna go up again at some point, I hope. I mean, not if I'm actually buying all the drive-in trailers. I've actually never used one myself here, I don't think. At least not the Vamos trailer. Lobovan, of course, but the Vamos trailer, well, from what I can tell, it has the same capacity as the flatbed trailers, but it's also much more heavy. So it doesn't really do much for me, unless there was a particular requirement for them. But yeah, let's check back with the cheese factory first, then go over to the bakery, and then, last but not least, the meat factory. Okay, there are again 3 items for Gangyang supermarket. Can't imagine that having run out already. One for Seongsang, or did I not get any items for Gangyang? That might be the case. But yeah, one more for Seongsang because one has been consumed already. Gepha is still in here. I mean, I still have on the back of my truck anyways. But yeah, as you can see right now, I'm getting the stuff that I didn't deliver the first time and some of the things that have run out already. But since there should still be 2 items in here, I'm only getting another one to replenish the supplies. And if I were to do this run again a second time, now I can fill up the other stuff that I didn't get the first go around. And it's basically the same idea for my AI trucks here. And yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of stuff off screen here. I'm likely just gonna do another run, maybe even go to Gepha and deliver everything. Another pallet to Seongsang, but yeah, this is now filling up much slower. Gangyang supermarket. And Gepha. I thought I delivered more stuff to Gangyang, but apparently not. Not entirely sure. But yeah, from this point on I could also go to the meat factory and just grab how many things there are available even to the different other locales. There should be enough meat boxes to fill up the fast food restaurants as well. But I'm not entirely sure if I want to do that. Would be interesting if one of those was actually in Gappa or something, although Gappa might be a bit too small for that. I would like to have similar deliveries like that to Guangjin though at some point. There's nothing in terms of pallets or boxes that goes in there, and I think that should be changed. Just as an option. But yeah, more boxes to Gangyang. They run out real quick. Hallam can take a few more. And that's basically it without starting to throw things into the back again. But that's gonna be it for this episode. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time. I'm gonna take a bit of a break from recording and also just take care of the garage that I've been building. There's still a lot of stuff that needs to be done for that, but I think the final delivery of planks we are going to do together, and then we should have a beautiful new large garage in Gangyang, and don't know what to do with it. Let me know your ideas for that in the comments. Anyways, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Till then, till next time, have a good one, and bye bye.